Why are we here? I think simply speaking, to write history books. We create a new breed. It's called sustainable luxury, or I would say it's luxury beyond status. And behind me is, from my point of view, which is very subjective, the most beautiful car this Geneva show will see, and maybe the whole 2019 launch cycle will see. It's the Battista from automotive Pininfarina, and for me it stands for beauty, purity, and rarity. I think we are globally coming to a tipping point. I think yesterday it was still social correct to drive your hypercar with ICE engine and not care about your CO2 emissions. But we are in the year 2019, where at Davos you had a girl called Greta Thunberg leading a podium discussion and telling people that our house is on fire. People are moving to becoming environmental conscious, not just the environmental activists. I think even rich people around the world want to make a point about how they consume in the future. And I think zero-emission luxury hypercars are going to be a new breed, and we are leading the pack. We're leading aesthetics, the things like the Cisitalia, the Dino, the 512 BB, the Modulo. So if you have been defining aesthetics in the mobility space for 89 years, I'm quite sure with modern technologies we can define aesthetics for the next 89 years. Why not? It's the colors, it's the seats, it's the trims, it's the 500 details, which is like a chef composing a beautiful dinner. You cannot ask him which is the most important ingredient. It's probably the culmination of all ingredients in that very special taste, that very special look, that very special signature dish, and the hundreds of elements. But of course, what are signature elements? The rear, the wings, definitely the front, the silhouettes, the lines, the proportions, the dimensions, the color treatments. I think that all make it very special. I think you cannot be a long-term interesting investment for our shareholders if we retain a one-hit wonder kind of exercise. And you can't build a professional organization and feed it with one model. So we have a right to win, and one of that is our partners, one of us is our very sound financial investors, and one of that is very, very long-term strategic product plan. We're opening the floodgate here in Geneva. There was a lot of previewing, sneak peeking happening ever since Pebble Beach. But I think most people waited for Geneva because they knew that was a design model. But people want to sit in it, they want to touch and feel it, they want to see it running on its own wheels, and I think that's what the beast here behind us will serve for. People sit in it, and it's all about your senses, touching, feeling, smelling. That's when you get the final reconfirmation. That's a good decision.